20th lecture. Share screen here. Now, okay. Oh, right. Now we are here. Okay. Yesterday we discussed two types of society. First type of society is a traditional society. The second type is a secular or modern society. Traditional society is designed by traditional moral values, welfare, cooperation, sharing, caring, generosity, love. But modern society is designed by the secular thoughts, designed by the secular thoughts. Now, the next question was very interesting, that how modern society emerged in the world. One thing is very clear. Traditional society was emerged in the society as a result of revolution, as a result of religion, like first before Christianity is Judaism, यहूदियत थी, फिर उसके बाद ईसाइयत, उसके बाद फाइनली इस्लाम ने सभी रिलीजन को क्रॉस कर दिया, कंसीड कर दिया. अब रिलीजन क्या है? ओनली 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 इस्लाम. ओके. ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी is based on religion, is emerged. Traditional society is emerged as a result of religion's teachings, moral values. Okay. But modern society is emerged not in one day, is emerged as a result of secular thoughts, as a result of secular thoughts. How? Now the next question. ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी कैसे मर्जी, ये तो बड़ा इसी है कि जैसे जैसे रेवोल्यूशंस की टीचिंग फैलती गई, वही की टीचिंग फैलती गई, ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी बिल्ड होगी. किसी इंसान ने इसको बिल्ड नहीं किया, उसको बिल्ड करने वाली जात कौन थी? अल्लाह ताला की जात. बट modern society was built by modern secular thoughts. Modern thoughts are based on Western scholars, not based on religion. The question is, religion thoughts were accepted by human beings because they were very close to the nature. Religion thought, traditional society was accepted by the human beings because they were very close to the nature. But then how does European thoughts, Western thoughts, secular thoughts were accepted by the society? This is a procedure, not in one day. Not in one day. Okay. One thing, how it established, how it emerged. In 16th century, in Europe, we find a traditional society, traditional European society. Why traditional European society failed to sustain the society, to compensate the society, to help the society. The reason. The first reason is over here, religious wars in Europe. First one is religious wars in Europe led to the emergence of secular thoughts. Led to the emergence of secular thoughts. How wars, how religious wars were happened in the society. We have done this concept in the earlier lectures, live lectures. Firstly, religious wars were occurred between monarchs and aristocrats. Monarchs were favoring Catholic and Protestant school of thought traditional society. Aristocrats were in favor of modern thoughts. First of all, we find the wars within the monarchs, within the religious personals. So moral corruptions within the Catholics and aristocrats provided the way for more modern thoughts. Okay. So the wars within Catholics and Protestants, then this wars gives the way to the modern thoughts, provided the way toward the modern thoughts. Later on, the wars between monarchs and aristocrats. The final war finally dominated the modern thoughts. This modern thoughts, this modern thoughts neglected the religion as a basis for social organization. Repudiates religion as a basis for social organization. Because अब क्वेश्चन ये था रिलीजियस पर्सन के दरमियान वॉर्स क्यों हुई। अब ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी में कुछ लोग थे जो रिलीजियस पर्सन थे, जिस तरह आज हमारे पास है, और सेकंड लोग थे कॉमन पर्सन थे। रिलीजियस करप्शन की वजह से, रिलीजियस पर्सनल करप्शन की वजह से लोग उनसे बेजार हो गए। लोगों ने रिलीजियस पर्सन को, कैथोलिक को, प्रोटेस्टेंट को निग्लेक्ट कर दिया, रिजेक्ट कर दिया। Now the peoples were interested in the modern thoughts because of the corruption of Catholics, Catholic persons, Catholic scholars, and the Protestant religious personalities. When people were in the hatred with religion, when the peoples were disappointed from the religious persons, then they became interested in the modern thoughts. Thus, modern thoughts neglected the religion to provide the base for social organization. Finally, secular society emerged in the Europe. Now, secular society confirmed that we need to find some alternative to religion as a basis for collective action. Now, secular society needs to find some alternative religion. Now, Western scholars fulfill their needs, will fulfill the need of secular society. They provide the thoughts to to compensate the society. They provide the seculars, scholars, philosophers provided the thoughts to secular society for the well-being of the society. Now, religion was unable to provide a solution to the problem of society. Now, European political thoughts, European political scholars emphasize the diversity of human goals. अब उन्होंने कैसे सोसाइटी को solution provide किया? Because people needs for food, shelter, home, and for other commodities. European political thoughts emphasize that human goals are diverse. Human goals are diverse. Somebody wants to be doctor, somebody wants to be engineer, somebody wants to be a constructor, somebody wants to be a trader. Somebody wants to be a good teacher. But in traditional society, it was impossible for the society persons to fulfill their desires, to achieve their goals. Now, European political thought emphasize that human goals are diverse. Human goals are diverse. And they have the freedom to choose their goals and work for their goals. First, modern thoughts, modern political scholars conclude that human goals are diverse, are different. Their goals are different and they need freedom to work for their goals. And to fulfill their goals, they need the wealth. They need wealth to fulfill their goals. Finally, wealth allows individuals to do whatever they desire. Finally, wealth was the only thing by which they can fulfill their desires. They can achieve their goals. Now, the modern societies, the persons in modern society were independent to choose their goals and to work their goals. They were independent. They were free to work for their goals. To achieve their goals, they need wealth. Now they work for wealth. Now they will work for wealth to achieve their goals, to achieve optimal level of their goals. Now, with the passage of time, in this way, the pursuit of wealth became a social goal. Before the modern thoughts, pursuit of wealth was not a goal. Pursuit of wealth was not a goal. Wealth was just for goods and services. Only in the last period of traditional thought. But in the beginning time period, there was wealth. They ignored the wealth. They were not in favor of wealth. ट्रेडिशनल सोसाइटी में वेल्थ की कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं थी। रिच पर्सन को अच्छा कंसीडर नहीं करते थे कैथोलिक्स और प्रोटेस्टेंट, खुद एंजॉय करते थे। ये बेटा हमने यस्टरडे भी स्ट्रीम डिस्कस की थी क्रिश्चियनिटी और इस्लाम में। इस्लाम में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, क्रिश्चियनिटी में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं है। क्रिश्चियनिटी में ये है कि मनी नहीं होनी चाहिए, खुद वो कैथोलिक और प्रोटेस्टेंट एंजॉय करते थे। But इस्लाम में क्या है, गोल्स को कंपलसेट करो सिक्कात के साथ खैरात के साथ, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ इस्लाम स्ट्रिक्टली फोकस करता है कि आप वर्क करें, अर्न करें for the best, for the well-being of your family, for the well-being of society, for the well-being of your country. Now, individuals in modern society work for wealth to achieve their goals. अब क्या हुआ? Pursuit of wealth became a social goal. But in the traditional society, which were the goals? In the traditional society, the first goal was the welfare of the society. The second goal was the cooperation. The third goal was the generosity. The next goal, like moral values, were the goals of the society. All goals of the society, all moral values were to achieve the optimal level of the society. But here, now, the only one goal was the part of secular society, was the modern society, that was the pursuit of wealth. So everybody in Europe was working for wealth, 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 just to obtain maximum freedom, to obtain maximum level of their desires. Now everybody is thinking in Pakistan that because they consider that they can do everything. The politicians, the bureaucrats, every rich person traders, every person who is rich, he believes that I can do everything by wealth. But Islam does not allow this kind of belief. You work for wealth, not for yourself, not for the wishes, not play with the wishes of others. This is a part of question. अब इस्लाम बहुत बड़ा बहुत डिफरेंट है. इस्लाम के साथ वर्क करें, लेकिन उसके साथ कभी भी दूसरे को एक्सप्लॉइट ना करें. अब जैसे ही यूरोप में परस्यूट ऑफ वेल्थ पर्पस बन गया, दे बिकेम सेल्फ इंटरेस्टेड. बेटा जब वो सेल्फ इंटरेस्टेड बन गई, उसका बेट क्या हुआ? कंपटीशन स्टार्ट हो गया. अब सारे लोग अपने लिए काम करते थे वहां पे यूरोप में, अब भी काम कर रहे हैं फॉर अदर्स. पाकिस्तान बेवकूफ है जो अभी तक यूरोप और अमेरिका को यही समझ रहा है कि वो पाकिस्तान की हेल्प करेंगे. बेचारे कोरोना को जनाब पकड़ पकड़ के लंबा करते जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, एग्जैक्टली अभी कोरोना है सोसाइटी में, लेकिन उसको लेंस क्यों देते जा रहे हैं? इसलिए शायद कहीं से तो पैसे मिल जाए. फूलिश है, फूलिश थॉट है ये. ठीक है, इस सोच से निकल आओ. जो लोग खुद इतने सेल्फ इंटरेस्टेड है, ठीक है, इतने सेल्फ इंटरेस्टेड है जिनका मकसद फकत अपनी वेल बीइंग है, किसी और की वेल बीइंग नहीं है, आप उनसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते? ओके ओके, दिस अटेम्प्ट ऑफ परस्यूट ऑफ वेल्थ, this attempt of pursuit of wealth initiated by medieval time period. Medieval is a scholar. This time period is called medieval time period, whose famous quotation is fable of bees. Fable of bees mean, वो कहते हैं कि बी वर्क, बी जो शहद की मक्खियां होती हैं, उस वक्त तक वो शहद की प्रोडक्शन नहीं देंगी जब तक वो ग्रीडी नहीं होगी. वो कहते हैं इंसान सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट की नेचर में, अगर इंसान सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगा फिर वो कभी भी प्रोडक्शन के लिए काम नहीं करेगा. ये उनके ड्रीम्स मिल गए आपस में. दिस इज अ थॉट मेडिवल scholar thought. His time period is called medieval time period. So this school of thought described that how production stops when bees decide to give up greed and become honest and virtuous. जब बीज आराम से बैठ जाएंगी, काम नहीं करेंगी, यानी क्या होगा? प्रोडक्शन वर्क रुक जाएगा. इस्लाम कहता है ऐसा नहीं. इस्लाम कहता है वर्क फॉर द बेस्ट बेस्ट बेस्ट, नॉट फॉर योरसेल्फ. but work for yourself, for your family, for your neighbors, for your relatives, for your countrymen. This is the Islamic point of view. So rigidity of the Christianity, I would say my point of view, rigidity, extremism in Christianity provided the way for modern thoughts. But Islamic thoughts are flexible. That is why it will not allow, it will not provide any way to have the way in Pakistan, to survive in Pakistan, as many liberal scholars and liberal politicians are working to be merge secularism in Pakistan, to be the death of Pakistan. It is not possible in Pakistan because we are Pakistanis. First, we are Muslims, okay? Then we are Pakistanis, okay? First, we are Muslims. That is the way of Iqbal. That is the thought of Iqbal. That is the thought of Islam. That is the thought of Quran and Sunnah. किसी की बात ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. Then the next statement, Adam Smith, same statement. Adam Smith similarly argued that it was the selfishness motives of the Bakr. तो उसने भी वही बात की. It is the selfishness motives of the Bakr, of the person who delivered bread on the table. बकर ब्रेड क्यों डिलीवर करता फिरता टेबल पे, सर्विंग क्यों करता फिरता है, just for wealth, not for serving. Quite different arguments indeed. Thus, pursuit of wealth became socially acceptable in the secular society. इसको वे किसने प्रोवाइड किया? ट्रेडिशनल यूरोपियन थॉट ने, क्रिश्चियनिटी ने. And finally, pursuit of wealth was socially acceptable and produced public benefits that which lead to radical changes in the fabric of European society. But इस चीज ने, pursuit of wealth has brought about a radical changes in the Europe. यूरोप को चेंज का तरफ से बढ़ा. कैसे यूरोप चेंज हुआ? pursuit of wealth. They became self-interested. They work for the best business, not within the country, over the world. बड़ा उन्होंने वर्क किया, ना कंट्री के लिए सिर्फ किया, बल्कि वर्ल्ड में बिजनेस किया. ट्रेड इंट्रोड्यूस करवाई, ट्रेड पे ऑक्यूपाई कर लिया, ठीक है. वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाई, जितने भी डेवलपिंग कंट्री से उनको उन्होंने डिप्रेस किया. फाइनली आज पूरा यहूदियत लॉबी या पूरा वेस्ट यूरोप ट्रेड की बेस पे रूल कर रहा है. तो उसके बाद चाइना की आंखें खुली, चाइना भी रूल करना शुरू हो गया. और ऊपर से चाइना ने गेम लगाई, कोरोना भेज दिया, बेड़ा गर्क करके रख दिया. अल्लाह ताला सलाम पे रहम करे. चले बेटा, इट इज द पार्ट ऑफ discussion, not part of discussion. Till now, we have done the effect of pursuit of wealth on. But this paragraph, please follow. This is the effect of pursuit of wealth on European society. It can be a part of your question. समझा नहीं बेटा? ये क्वेश्चन छोटा सा बन सकता है जो मैंने अभी आपको करवा दिया. Next things we will discuss in the next lecture.